In this video, I'm going to show you how I use the print then cut feature to make this image for my daughter's t-shirt using these fabric transfer sheets for dark fabrics because I'm using it on a black shirt, starring my Cricut Explorer Air 2 machine. So the first thing you're going to need to do is find the image that you want to use. I went to Google and found my image. You can use whatever search engine you want. You can also use Pinterest to find the image that you would like to use. Once I found my image, I'm going to go to Cricut Design Space and click that plus sign in the bottom in the center. Once I do that, this screen will come up and I will click upload in the options below. So it's going to be the second from the right. It should say upload. And then I'm going to click select from photo library. And this will open my photos that I have saved to my phone's photo library. And that's what these are. And you see the images. I had two options, but I'm going to ultimately choose the one that's on the left. So I'm going to pick that image and it'll show up on this screen. Now that my screen looks like this, I'm going to choose the option at the bottom that says select, and that will allow you to remove the background or the unwanted areas from your image. So I just want to get rid of the white part that is aligning Spider-Man, so that background image will be removed and it should look like this. And then I'm going to click apply. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Now that I click apply, my screen will look like this, and I'm going to click on the print then cut option and name it whatever you want to name it. Mine's Spider-Man, so that's what I'm going to name mine. And once I do that, you can either click upload or down and it will go to the next screen. Now on this screen will be where my image is uploaded. As you can see, it's kind of tiny and small, so I'm going to adjust the size. And to adjust the size, you will click or scroll over to the edit option. After you select the image, scroll over to the edit option. And that's it right there. And to keep the proportions correct, I'm not going to click the little lock button in between the sizes. I'm just going to change the height to 4. And it's gonna automatically adjust the width to 2.85, and that's the size that I want to use. So once I have it the size that I want to use it, I'm going to click make it in the corner at the top on the right. And it could only be 6.75 by 9.25 anyway, but just a suggestion, Cricut, like if my mat is 12 by 12, it should at least be 11 by 11. And this will be the next screen. And then I'm going to click the print icon at the bottom on the right. And I'm going to change the printer settings based off what my transfer sheet says for my printer. So that's what I'm doing here. And just make sure you follow the instructions of your transfer sheets if you didn't get the same ones that I got. Now I'm not really going to go into detail with that part just in case you do get something different and you follow my directions and they come out wrong for your transfer sheet. So just make sure you follow that and just go in and change your settings where it needs to be changed and adjust it where it needs to be adjusted. And at this point, mine needed to be on photo paper, and I didn't realize at the top it already said print, so I accidentally clicked that thinking it was like done or like going back to the next screen. And that's when I realized that my printer was actually going to print my image. As you can see, I was not prepared. I'm even screen recording my printer printing. But that is okay. We're going to use what we have, and that's the screen recording of the image being printed. And then it's going to go to this screen. And then I'm going to click next and select my Cricut machine that I'll be using. I only have one, and I'll just follow these instructions. The first option should say printed. The second is going to be the material that you use. The third one is showing you what you need to press when you load your mat. And the fourth one is what you're going to press when you're getting ready to start your machine to work. So just follow these instructions. First step is to make sure it says printed. Pick your material that you'll be using. Mine is Paper Plus, and then load your machine and press go. So at this point, I have loaded my mat to my machine here by pressing that first button that was lit up, and then I'm pressing the second one that's lighting up to start it. And then the machine uses this light to sense that black line that is around the image, so it's very important that that does print whenever you are doing that. And this is a video that I made previously about this hair bow, and that's why I'm making this shirt. Excuse dropping it, but I should have that linked somewhere on the screen on how to make that fabric bow. And you can see my Cricut machine is working on cutting out my Spider-Man background. It does not go that fast, but I just sped it up for the purposes of this video. Then I'm going to unload my mat, and I have my shirt laid out, and I'm using the iron for this. Mine also came with instructions on how to use the heat press, but I'm just using the iron because it's just a small project and I'm only making one. So this is what it looks like, and I will take my weeding tool and just weed this image out. And also my transfer sheets came with parchment paper to place over my image, so I'm going to try to center this and put it in the placement that I want it to be. And then I'm going to take the parchment paper that came with it and lay that on top. And with my iron at the highest setting, I'm going to go over my image. Use your settings that come with your transfer sheets. That's what mine requires. Yours may be different. And I'm just going to go over it a couple times. And on mine it said from 90 to 120 seconds. So I'm just going back and forth, giving it time to bond with the fabric underneath, so the adhesive that is on the back of the transfer paper sticks to the t-shirt. And once I'm done doing that, I can just remove the parchment paper. I always like to flip my shirt over and iron down the back side just to make sure everything is good and good on my end. And that's it. Once I flip it back over, the shirt is done. I did the print the cut to make this image, and then I applied it on, or printed it on, transfer paper and got this shirt. So go ahead and like, comment, and subscribe. And here's some more videos and a playlist that you may enjoy.